What's up, aviators? Dean Willpower coming back at you with another video. This is going to be my second lesson, and hopefully I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit more comfortable than I was the first time. Today I think we're going to just go ahead and continue where we left off. Climbs, descents, definitely the pre-flight check, pre-flight check in the cabin. Also, probably be doing a little bit more taxiing by myself, and learning how to utilize the rudder, and doing some turns. So I will let you know how everything goes, and hopefully give you a little bit of insight of how things are going in a minute. This is my second time giving inspection on the plane, using my checklist, trying to make sure I do a thorough job of checking everything out. Now that I got the inspection out the way, I've done my run up. I'm holding short at the runway, getting taxied onto the runway, and full throttle. I'm about to go ahead and start my climb. So I'm getting up to 60 knots, rotating, trying to get some airspeed, and I'm climbing to our maneuver altitude, which is roughly about 4,000 feet. Now, in this video, the instructor is having me do some turns, doing basic maneuvers, which is all a part of what is called the ACS PPL. Now, the ACS PPL flight maneuvers are divided into two categories, which are the basic maneuvers and advanced maneuvers. The basic maneuvers consist of straight and level flight, turns, climbs, descent, slow flight, power off stalls, power on stalls. And some of the advanced maneuvers are steep turns, emergency descents, emergency landing, and using ground references for maneuvers like turning around a certain point, and also doing S-turns, and also rectangular course. So here I'm doing a steep turn. Okay. Now, a steep turn is basically the airplane is flown in a turn with a bank angle more than 45 degrees. These maneuvers teach you how to control the airplane and turn at a high angle of bank. So with the basic maneuvers that are the foundation of all flights, they're going to teach you how to control the airplane in different situations. Straight and level flight is the most basic maneuver, and in straight and level flight, the airplane is flying at a constant altitude and heading. With turns are another important maneuver. You'll need to be able to make turns to different headings, and you'll also need to be able to maintain your altitude and airspeed during turns. The climbs and descents, they are also essential maneuvers. You'll need to be able to climb to a safe altitude before you take off, and you'll need to be able to descend to a safe altitude before you land. Slow flight is a maneuver in which the airplane is flown at an airspeed just above the stall speed. This maneuver teaches you how to control the airplane in the event of a stall. Power off stalls and power on stalls are maneuvers in which the airplane is stalled intentionally. These maneuvers teach you how to recover from a stall. The advanced maneuvers are more challenging than the basic maneuvers. They teach you how to control the airplane in more demanding situations. best way to practice flight maneuvers is with an experienced flight instructor. They can help you to learn the correct techniques and procedures. You can also practice flight maneuvers in a simulator. This is a good way to learn the basics of the maneuvers without having to worry about the safety of an actual aircraft. So the ACS PPL flight maneuvers are a challenging set of skills to master. I had to do these skills over and over again to try to get them right. They require a high degree of coordination, control, and knowledge. Now, here's some of the difficulties that some of the students typically face when first learning these maneuvers. First, the physical coordination. Many of the ACS PPL flight maneuvers require a high degree of physical coordination. For example, in a steep turn, the pilot must simultaneously apply opposite rudder and aileron to maintain the desired bank angle. This can be difficult to do smoothly and consistently, especially for new pilots. Also, with the mental focus, the ACS PPL flight maneuvers also require a high degree of mental focus. Pilots must be consistently aware of their aircraft's position, altitude, and airspeed. They must also be able to make quick decisions and take corrective action if necessary. This can be difficult to do when you are also trying to coordinate your physical movements. Last but not least is the fear factor. Some people may experience fear when first learning the ACS PPL flight maneuvers. This is a natural reaction, but it can be done, and there are barriers to learning. Pilots who are afraid may hesitate to take risks or make mistakes, which can prevent them from mastering these maneuvers. I know when I did my first steep turn, scared the crap out of me. So despite these difficulties, it is possible to master the ACS PPL flight maneuvers with practice and dedication. And I would say these are some tips for students who are struggling. First, start with the basics. Don't try to learn all the maneuvers at once. Start with the basics, such as straight and level, flight and turns. Once you have mastered these, you can move on to more challenging maneuvers. Get regular instructions. It is important to get regular instructions from a qualified flight instructor. An instructor can help you identify and correct any mistakes you are making. I know I asked my instructor time and time again how to do the maneuvers. Also, practice regularly. The more you practice, the better you will become at the ACS PPL flight maneuvers. Try to practice in a variety of conditions, such as different altitudes, airspeeds, and weather conditions. Don't give up. It takes time and practice to master the ACS PPL flight maneuvers. Don't give up if you don't get it right away. Just keep practicing and you will eventually succeed. With hard work and dedication, you'll be able to achieve the ACS PPL flight maneuvers and become a private pilot. ACS PPL flight maneuvers are an important part of becoming a private pilot. By practicing these maneuvers, you can increase your chances of passing your check ride and becoming a safe and proficient pilot. I hope that this blog was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below.